Welcome to the Instagram Stories Weekend Edition. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Are anyone else's allergies trying to kill them? Oh no, that's just me. No one else's allergies are okay. Good news, there's a lot of exciting stuff to talk about today. First, we have some TikTok news, which I'm going to get into, and also some Snapchat news. I feel like it's been so long since I talked about Snapchat. I want to give them some play. I also want to give the CEO of TikTok as much attention as I give the head of Instagram. I feel that it's only fair in this day and age to make sure that Shou Chew gets his rightful time on this show. He was recently on a TED Talk, and he talked a lot about how the TikTok algorithm works, how he got started working with the company, and a bunch of other things. To be fair, I did not have a chance to listen to this entire interview yet because I just discovered it. But I thought that the first few minutes were so relevant, I wanted to share them with you right away. Here's a clip of the TikTok CEO, Shou Chew, talking about how the TikTok algorithm works and what makes it different.
I think to describe this, to begin to answer your question, we have to talk about the mission of the company. Now, the mission is to inspire creativity and to bring joy. And I think, missions for companies like ours is really important because you have product managers working on the product every single day, and they need to have a North Star, something to sort of work towards together. Now, based on this mission, our vision is to provide three things to our users. We want to provide a window to discover, and I'll talk about discovery. You talked about this in a second. We want to give them a canvas to create, which is going to be really exciting with new technologies in AI that's going to help people, create new things. And the final thing is bridges for people to connect. So that's sort of the vision of what we're trying to build. Now, what really makes TikTok very unique and very different is the whole discovery engine behind us. So there are earlier apps that I have a lot of respect for, but they were built for a different purpose. For example, in the era of search, there was an app that was built for people who wanted to search things that was so that it's more easily found. And then in the era of social graphs, it was about connecting people and their followers. Now, what we have done is that we are, based on our machine learning algorithms, we're showing people what they liked. And what this means is that we have given the everyday person a platform to be discovered. If you have talent, it is very, very easy to get discovered on TikTok. And I'll just give you one example of this. The biggest creator on TikTok is a guy called Kabi. Kabi was from Senegal. He lives in Italy. He was a factory worker. He, for the longest time, didn't even speak in any of his videos. But what he did was, he had talent. He was funny. He had a good expression. He had creativity, so he kept posting. And today he has 160 million followers on our platform. So every single day we hear stories like that, businesses, people with talent. And I think it's very freeing to have a platform where as long as you have talent, you're going to be heard and you have the chance to succeed. And that's what we're providing to our users.
So this is the amazing thing to me. Like most of us have grown up with, say, network television, where for decades you've had thousands of brilliant, creative people toiling in the trenches, trying to imagine stuff that will be amazing for an audience, and none of them ever remotely came up with anything that looked like many of your creators. So these algorithms, just by observing people's behavior and what they look like, have discovered things that thousands of brilliant humans never discovered. Tell me some of the things that it is looking at. So obvious things like if someone presses like or stays on a video for a long time, that gives you a clue more like that. But is it subject matter? What are the array of things that you have noticed that you can actually track that provide useful clues?
We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get into the answer that Shou Chew, CEO of TikTok, gives about how they show you content and how their algorithm works. So stick around for that.
Level up your listening with Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra earbuds and headphones with immersive sound and world-class noise cancellation for a not-so-silent night. Visit Bose.com/Spotify to shop sound that's more than a present.
And we're back. We are listening to the CEO of TikTok, Shou Chew, explain what makes TikTok different. And now here's his answer for how the TikTok algorithm works, which is what we all really want to know.
I'm going to simplify this a lot, but the machine learning, the recommendation algorithm is really just math. So for example, if you like videos 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I like videos 1, 2, 3, and 5, maybe he liked videos 1, 2, 3, and 6, then what's going to happen is, because we like 1, 2, 3 at the same time, he's going to be shown 4, 5, 6, and so are we. And you can think about this repeated at scale in real time across more than 1 billion people. That's basically what it is math. And of course, AI and machine learning has allowed this to be done at a very, very big scale. And what we have seen, the result of this, is that it learns the interest signals that people exhibit very quickly and shows you content that's really relevant for you in a very quick way. Now,
so it's a form of collaborative filtering from what you're saying. That the theory behind it is that these humans are weird people. We don't really know what they're interested in. But if we see that one human is interested with an overlap of someone else, chances are, you can make use of the other pieces that are in that overlapped human's repertoire to feed them, and they'll be surprised. But the reason they like it is because their pal also liked it.
It's pattern recognition based on your interest signals. And I think the other thing here is that we don't actually ask you 20 questions on whether you like a piece of content, what are your interests. We don't do that. We build that experience organically into the app experience. So you are voting with your thumbs, by watching a video, by swiping it, by liking it, by sharing it. You are basically exhibiting interest signals. And what it does mathematically is to take those signals, put it in a formula, and then matches it through pattern recognition. That's basically the idea behind it.
Okay, that was the part I thought was really important based on what I've heard so far. We've run out of time. I don't have time for the Snapchat news. I'm going to have to do that next week. I'm going to keep listening to that podcast interview with the CEO of TikTok, Shou Chew, and if it has more gems that I think you should hear, I will share that on the show as well. In the meantime, be sure to come back on Monday for Mosseri Monday, where we talk about what the head of Instagram shared on his Ask Me Anything. There were some good questions this week. I look forward to diving into that, so be sure to come back on Monday. As always, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you do something fun this weekend. Go create some content, go do something silly, go take a class, go do something you've never done before, take some pictures, do whatever, just have fun. Thanks for listening.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of a wave, without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you've got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.